Hello everyone, my name is Sagar, and in this video we'll see how we can use SysOperation framework with query. So I'll take a simple example. I will create a simple batch job where I will select my customer groups and that will get printed in my info statement. But I will do all this using query so that either user can select like a single customer group or a multiple customer as well. So let's do it practically, then you will understand. The first thing is that we need a data contract. So for that, I will add a new class here. So I will say, I will prefix all my classes as SC, and this is going to be a query one. I will say SCQ data contract. So I will add SCQ like prefix in all my classes. Now this is my data contract where this will help me to create a parameter. Okay, I can remove this internal final, and the first thing is that I will need to specify that this is my data contract, so I need to add this attribute. I'm done with this. Then I will need to define my variable. First thing is that I can go to my cust group ID and I will select here cust group ID, and now I will create a param method for this. So I can say public cust group ID cust group ID, and here I can say param cust group ID, and then I can specify my cust group ID variable here. I will create a parameter per cust group ID equals to cust group ID, and here now I will assign this to my cust group ID variable from my cust group variable, and I will return my cust group ID. And now the further modification that I need to do is I need to tell that this is going to be my data member attribute. So I need to specify this. Now this is ready, but as you know, I need a query as well. So for that I will use my str packed query, and let me correct here this, copy this, I'm going to paste it here. Okay, now for our query I will create the param method. So I can say public str, I will say param query, and then here I can specify str, will define variable here packed query equals to this particular packed query, and then I will return this. I can say here this packed query equals to packed query, and I can return my this actual query here. Now again I will need to decorate this, so I will say data member attribute. Now this would not be sufficient, I need to specify my query type attribute as well, and here I will say this would be my packed query, and then here now I will need to create a query as well. So first of all, let me create the query first. So I will need to stop it here. Let me close it temporarily. First of all, I will need to create a query. So I will quickly create a query. Yeah, I need to add one more here. So what I will do, I will add a query first. I'll go to data model, query here. So I will say SCQ cust group query. I will add, and I'm creating a query here. I will see if any field is needed here. I don't think so. Now I will pick my cust group table from here. I will drag this. I will click on this, and here I will not have any fields, so I'm going to say that dynamic field is yes. I can give a label here, cust group query, and I will save this. Okay, now here I can complete my contract class. Okay, now here I can give name of my query. You can say query str. So my query name, that is SCQ cust group query. Let me close this. I think this should be fine now. Let me auto hide this. Yep, this looks good now. And one more thing, I will need to make sure the property here is true for DBSync, because I'm creating a query. And now I will need to do a get and set query. This is also standard code. So I can say public query get query function here. And here I will return the query. I will say return new query, and here I will use the SysOperation helper class. And as I'm going to get the query, so I'll need to decode it, right? When I will get the query, then I need to pass that particular string here, that is the pegged query. This is done. Now similarly I will need to set the query. So I will create this method. I will say public void set query, and here I can define an object query, and this is going to set the query. So that's why I will say inside my pegged query, please insert this operation helper. Now this is going to be in code here, and we'll say query dot peg. That's it. Our data contract is ready now. Now the next thing is that I will create a service class first. So I will go to class, and I will give it name like SCQ, and this would be a service class. So I will write service simply. I will click on add. Now the first thing is that I will extend this using my SysOperation service base, and using my contract class I will use this get query function so that I can get the query, and then I can use my query run object to get the individual table. So let me do it practically, then you will see what I'm trying to say here. So I will extend SysOperation service base, then I will create a method here. Let me say the method name as public void, I'll say display cust group, and here I will pass that contract SCQ data contract. Here I can say this is contract. I will open my method. I will define query object, inside my query object, I will say contract.getQuery function, and then using my query run, I can define an object of my query run equals to new query run, and I can pass my query to my query run object. Query run. Here I can pass my query now. Okay, and then I can say while query run dot next, and then I can use my info messages here, but I need my curse group buffer first, so I'll define my curse group here, curse group, and then I can say here cursed group equals to from my query run dot I have a function called dot get, and I can get my exact table ID. I need to pass my table ID, that is my cursed group. Okay, and then I can use my info statement here. Cursed group ID is, and here I can say cursed group dot cursed group, and I will close this. I'm going to save this. Now my service class is ready, and I've written code as well. Now at the end we'll need a controller class. Okay, now I will add my class, controller class. So controller class would have main method, so I can use runnable class in this scenario. I can say this as SCQ controller. I will add this. Okay, my controller class is added. I will remove these comments first, and then as usual I need to extend this. You can say extends SysOperation service controller. Now the first thing here is I will create a construct method, so I can say public static SCQ controller, and I can say the method as construct, and here I will return controller, or let me do it in this way, SCQ controller equals to new SCQ controller, and then I will return my controller. Before that, let me say that controller dot param show dialog, let me pass it true, and I also want to see the last saved value, so I can say param load from sys last value. I'm going to pass it true as well, and further now I will get this public void new, and here inside my super the first thing is that I will call my class str, that is SCQ service. Then at the second step I need to call the method, right? So I will say method str SCQ service, comma, there's a method called display cursed group, and then I need to tell the SysOperation execution mode. SysOperation execution mode, I can say this as synchronous, and I will close this. Okay, so this is done. Now at the end I will simply need to call this construct. So I can say SCQ controller, I can say controller equals to SCQ controller colon construct method from here, and then I can use that start operation method. That's it. So let me build and see. So my build is completed and I haven't created a menu item because I can simply run it through runnable class as well. So if in case I will select a particular customer, let me say 40, so I will get 40 here and let me again refresh it. Okay, so I think this variable doesn't have any significance here because if you see the code in our service class, we are simply interested in query. Okay, so that's why I think I should have hide this particular parameter, or we shouldn't have even written this here. Okay, so we can put a new or different if type of condition to check this one. But yeah, but let's test our this record to include one. And here let me put a filter here. Let me say that I want to do something for only my this 100 cus group. So let me click OK. And here also I should have changed the name as well, but that's fine. So if you see, only 100 is coming. Let me again give one more test here. So if you see, we have used this last value save one, so that is also helping us. So let me try to put not. Okay, and now you will see 100 will not come, rest all the values are coming. That is how we can use this filter, that how we can use our filter with SysOperation query. Here, like, I could write a logic if you know we have the value in our contract.param, then we can write if condition to either solve this problem or we can altogether remove this as well. So thanks for watching this video.